Welcome back to Goldenridge. Today we're building a new highway off-ramp, updating the Skyline with an iconic historical structure, and adding a ton of detail to the train depot. So, let's get to work. Alright, so today there's a few little things I want to jump around and do. First of all, thanks for watching and liking and subscribing. Appreciate all of that. The percentage of viewers who are subscribed is still pretty low, so if you're gonna hang out, would appreciate joining us along the way and sticking with us for the long run. But the first thing I want to do is, so this building right here is actually a pretty sweet looking building, but if you come down this road, which you maybe saw in the intro, this building lines up like almost perfectly with this, and I feel like we can get a more iconic building to sit right here and kind of be so perfectly lined up. So I do like this building, so I think we're just gonna move it and not completely get rid of it. So even if it's just temporarily, I'm gonna throw it right over there. And then we actually have a little bit more space if we want it. I built this parking lot in here and these trees, but if we want a building that's got a bigger footprint, if there's one that we like, and actually let's start with signature buildings. That's probably a pretty good place. So I don't want anything, see, like that, I feel like is gonna be, that's too big, too modern. Like that's just not quite what I have in mind. That's not bad. That's a little big, but let's see. That's like the biggest building we have in town. I mean, that's an awesome building. Let's just drop it in there temporarily and see. I mean, that's pretty good. Man, it is really big. And I don't know. I mean, it's really big. That's a good option. We might just say it's really big and be fine with it. So let's just scoot that over here for the moment and just kind of keep looking quickly. I just wanted to get something that felt a little more iconic, a little bigger, a little more noticeable. Not bigger, actually. I say that because I'm complaining about how that's way too big, obviously. That's kind of too modern. I want like a nice old historic building. And of course, this one we just used kind of seems like it might be, these are all going to be massive. Although that is pretty sweet. No, then we wouldn't have a round building in a city like this. All right, let's look real quickly. Let's try mixed. And we're going to go, so let's see, what do we have here? 3 width. Let's even try 4, and we can go as deep as 4. So let's see what we have in 4x4. And I think we might be able to find. These are really not as big as I would have thought. Let's see. We don't have any 5x4s. That's not really a thing. And the lot depth 5 is not a thing. So let's try width. So, all right, let's move over to office buildings and see if there's anything. Let's see. Medium, I guess we have to go. Oh boy, yeah, let's try the Empire State Building. That's what we want. Would have thought. So medium, high buildings. It's interesting. I guess we have to do it this way. That's not too bad. We might be able to find one in here. I just don't want it to look too downtown-y. I mean, I think is about, that's quite a bit bigger than that even. All right, I think we're going to stick with, yeah, we're going to stick with this guy. I think this will work great. This feels like the exact kind of location that a signature building is. Okay, come on, move it, grab it. There we go. Feels like the exact kind of thing that like signature buildings are for. We are going to have to do some adjustments over here because this building is really big, but I think it's going to be, I think it's the right fit here. So let's just scoot that over. We can get rid of some of the, we can try to get rid of some of the stuff that comes with it here. Yeah, so we can have our own textures or surfaces. So put that right up on the road there. We can leave this. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to find some other stuff there because these are great buildings, but they just don't. I don't mind merging a few buildings a little bit, but not quite. That's doing a little too much. So we'll have to get rid of that parking spot. And okay, I mean, we could almost even let it go all the way through and kind of give it a back entrance area. That might make a ton of sense. Let's see, we scoot this back off the road a little bit and let's get rid of like this sign. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. This building is, yeah, I mean, this is a great old classic building. I mean, we could build kind of a little thing here. Let's see if we have, in terms of apartments, we're going to probably want to do some row house looking stuff here. Like we could sneak a couple in here maybe, like that. And then, yeah, I think let's just do like a little plaza here. So let's find a nice, maybe like a dark brick kind of thing. And just let's see if we just kind of bring this. I mean, that's looking pretty good. I think we got to lower this down a little bit so we can get a flatter surface there. Maybe even we bring this up a bit. And then over here, I mean, it almost feels like this is the front of the building now. I wonder if we just scoot that back a bit, we can give this side a bit of a plaza too. Plaza, did I say plaza? So words are hard. So let's stick with that same surface. I was liking that a lot. It feels kind of like historical and classic. Yeah, I mean that looks pretty good right there. And then maybe we'll split the difference a little bit and just scoot that out there. And then let's see, we can decorate this up a bit with, actually, let's go with some, I think some planters would be pretty nice. Kind of out here doing this kind of thing. And, you know, you see a lot of these old buildings that then they get kind of, whoop, that got way too low. Kind of built out, you know, like they become a real destination place to just go and like sit and be. So having this kind of decoration out here, I think makes a lot of sense. And then let's just see if we can tuck those down a bit. And let's see. We kind of, so if we have that there, we get one kind of right here. And then we can get a bit of something like this in the middle, maybe. And then throw a tree in there. Just a little guy, though. He's just a little guy. Let's see. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, that's working. And then we will just make another one right on this side. We need a copy and duplicate type mod, so I know nothing about modding, so I'm not even gonna pretend like I know what that entails, but it's got to be doable. All right, we'll throw that in, and then we will get the same tree right about there. And yeah, I think that looks great. So now when we come down this alleyway, you're seeing a really nice, big, old, historic building. This feels like the kind of building that was the first real big boy that they threw up in this town. So sweet. All right, moving on. We have this kind of dead end road here and nothing much going on, and I want to turn this into a little on-ramp, off-ramp for this area, because I think otherwise there's really, you can get in town from here from this highway. Otherwise, you got to come all the way around. Like if you're trying to get here to this neighborhood up in Upper Blackfoot, the easiest way is either to get off the highway here and drive all the way through town, or get off here and come back. I mean, that's not too bad, but I think having an on and off ramp here makes a lot of sense and would help us move, over into this bit. So I'm going to flatten this out and bring this all down a bit. And yeah, I think we'll even flatten this out all the way here and just clear out as much space as we can. And then I think I have an idea now, and I don't know that it's going to work, but I at least have an idea about what I actually want to do here. So let's first of all just clean this up real quick. There we go. So I want to kind of curl two roads around like this and come them up here and then have them split off. So I think we'll start by flattening this ground out and making it kind of the level of the highway here. And kind of all the way, to be honest, actually, like even, gotta get rid of that guy. So flattening this out kind of all the way like that. We'll get rid of these guys. And then I'm going to grab the, let's see, I guess the 2-lane highway. So this is kind of going to be the end of our city here, city roads. And actually, we're going to extend that a little farther because I think we still want to have a few city block stuff here. So maybe to right about there. And then I'm going to take this 2-lane highway and I want to curl it up to be, so maybe like that, and then around kind of like that, I think. The more I do this, the more it feels like maybe this doesn't work. And then I wanted this to split off and kind of go like that. And then this one to curl around and come back essentially like this. I mean, yeah, that didn't, I think the idea is there. It's just going to be a matter of getting the execution down. So I think I might fiddle with this a bit, in more of a time-lapse fashion, because there's going to be a lot of trial and error associated with this. So I might just kind of hop into that real quick. Okay, that's a little better. What I had in mind, this is basically what I had in mind. There's obviously a few things to clean up, like why is that so tall? But I think at least this is a little more interesting than just having one road come here and we got off ramps on both sides. This at least looks like there was some thought put into it. Whether or not those were good thoughts is, up for debate. I would argue that they were maybe not great thoughts. So yeah, I think if we just see if we can't bring all of this down a bit and make this a little less of a kind of steep incline. I think this is going to maybe need to get, oh boy. Yeah, let's just redraw a bit of this. But overall, this at least is kind of more interesting than where I at least had started. Let's see. So I think we're going to need to actually get rid of a little more of this and have this guy kind of wrap around like that, maybe. And we'll just switch it so it's all going the right direction. And that's a bit better. We can still bring that down and this up a bit. And then if we switch this to some key walls, I think that will help with some of that janky business. Maybe. That's a thing. Then will that flatten out? Kinda. There we go. And let's get rid of that. And then we can smooth this out a bit. And just kind of figure out exactly how all of this can kind of look a little more kind of built into the mountainside here. So I'm just going to go through and add some detail into this bit. All right. I think that will work. That's looking pretty good to me. It's actually looking a lot better than I thought it might going in. So let's hit play and see if people use it. And then while we do that, let's fill this in with just some basic, and get either some light industrial or some housing in here. This could be a good place for an apartment complex, maybe. Oh, we do not want to use highway, though. Let's get that back to a regular road, and I think we'll use an alleyway just for a small intersection here and get rid of the crossing and the light. And then, also let's make sure that people are not doing crazy stuff here. So yeah, no left turn there. And looks like we got a little bit of some weirdness going on. Can we get rid of that? I hope. Yeah, that's a little better. And there we go. Here's somebody using it. Sweet. So that is in use. Let's get some housing in this area just to use it up. Little highway side apartments. So we'll filter by residents here, and I think we do need to bring in some other packs. It's starting to get a little repetitive, so let's try and bring in some of these other ones. I think the Eastern European's not going to work, but the Chinese ones and the Japan I think actually might be pretty good. So let's try something, for some modern apartments. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, those will work for sure. Just get a couple of these in, kind of like that. And then we can decorate these up a bit, and I think those will look kind of like a newer development. Some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not landscaper, developer, kind of coming in, and a single developer coming in and kind of using this thing. Oh yeah, that is definitely working. I hope that's enough space for this. Looks like it might get backed up a bit. Hopefully that'll have enough space, and it does have its own turn lane, so that should be okay. And then for this area, let's see. We do have this hill coming up, so this isn't totally flat. I wonder if we actually keep it raised. I think that rather than kind of get something coming off here, I think we're going to go ahead and go like this. And yeah. Do that kind of thing. Yep, that'll work. And then let's get this 2-lane road coming back out like that a bit. And maybe, let's see, is that flat enough? Yeah. Can do this guy too. And yeah, I think we can get some more single family residential in there. So let's see if we can't flatten all of this out a bit. We still have this whole area, which I think we can expand quite a bit of residential as well. So we'll just get that out, smooth that out, and smooth this out a bit. Yeah, we definitely are. Oh, we are getting some traffic there. Whoa. Well, I always feel like as soon as you build something new, everyone uses it right away, and then it chills out a bit. So we'll see if getting off this way is more straight to downtown or coming this way is. I feel like it's both. I think it'll balance out. This stuff, it tends to really just go over the top when when that's not the case. I do worry, are these guys going to be able to make left turns coming this way? Not that trucks really shouldn't be. Where are you going, semi-truck? Well, we'll see how that goes, and we'll address it after a little while if it's really getting crazy. Okay, so I think, yeah, let's just go ahead and all right, and then we'll just get some quick residential in here. I think I'm going to start mixing in some of these UK low density residential because I think we're getting a little repetitive, and I think these actually will fit in pretty nicely with what we've already been doing. So we're just gonna quickly go through here and drop a bunch of these. Oop, not on top of it though. Drop a bunch of these in, and yeah, just get this neighborhood kind of filled out here. Let's see. So let's take a look at some of these UK. I haven't used these before. I mean, that's yeah, that totally blends in. I mean, that could be anywhere. So that's good to have something new for a lot of our low density developments. I think that have been feeling a little repetitive. So that'll be great to get those in. And let's see what we can fit in here. Was that 4 by something? Anything 4 by 4? No. So we'll go 3 by 4, and yeah, we can squeeze that guy in there, and then we'll just fill it in with some trees. Just kind of get some of these oaks in to really fill this area out, and we'll get in some of our spruce like we've been doing, and just kind of, boy, people are really, holy moly. Well, that's a lot more usage of that off-ramp than I expected. Again, we'll see if that doesn't calm down in a bit. If it doesn't, I'm not sure. And actually, what we might even do, even if, as of now, let's get rid of this one building and let's change the end of this into, we don't have, because this is a 4-lane, so I guess we're going to have to use, yeah, we're not going to do that. That'll crash. All right, so yeah, we're getting a lot of traffic, but I think that's going to be okay overall. And we're just going to get in some stuff here just to flesh out this neighborhood a bit and get this feeling done-ish. Yeah, just get a little blockage from our highway noise from the trees, and then yeah, I think that's looking great. Yeah, I think I'm really liking this now. This feels very intentional, and despite not being even remotely well, thought out or pre-planned, it does feel like it was from a city planning standpoint. It feels like somebody who knows what they're doing thought of this. That person is not me. Okay, so let's move on. The other thing I wanted to do was I filled in a little bit of this area along the train tracks here. So I think that's feeling pretty nice. Got some businesses, some residential or some commercial. We got a little, it's grocery or feed store. What does that say? Ocean port. That's very specific. So yeah, we just kind of filled this area in around the train crossing here. But what I want to do now is actually get this whole train depot much more dialed in and get some some commercial stuff out here. So let's start just by laying out some commercial stuff in this area. So if we have snapping is on. So if we have our depot here, let's see, we can probably bring in some roads into here and bring that down. No, so that's a highway. We do not want the highways. Yeah, we'll just get those in. Perfect. And we can maybe break that up a bit too. And then let's see. Just kind of take this out. I just kind of want to, we need some more commercial. I just want to kind of, or yeah, sorry, industrial. I just want to kind of mirror what we have going on over here in Donner. Something kind of like this. A little more maybe warehouse based. So we're just gonna, let's see where we can kind of connect this. And we get rid of that. And see if we can get this guy in right about there. That works. And I don't want to get too many roads in because I want to try to figure out what's going to go in here first. So we'll just get a quick grid and then we can build some stuff around. And then I was also looking at this flat area and trying to figure out how we can get over there with the train tracks and stuff here. So this could be a good place for, I'm trying to think, something a little less urban, maybe some, let's see. Maybe some specialized industry, some forestry, or let's see if we can take a look at our, let's see, which one is it? Natural resources, is that, yeah. So that's looking like, I believe that's oil or is that oil? Let's see. Oil drilling. No. Well, at least we've got wood. In fact, I think we're just going to go with lumber out here. I think that would look, I think this feels like a great place for a lumber camp right next to this train tracks. But I'm trying to figure out, I guess maybe we just cross the track here and then go across on a bridge. I was trying to think of something a little more interesting. I'd love to get underneath the tracks, but there's just no way to raise them up enough to kind of make a realistic train bridge. Although I wonder if we just, we're getting off track a little here, but let's see if we can maybe, I don't know, because we've got, well, let's see. If we grab all this stuff and just, and maybe, whoa, grab all this stuff and maybe that and something out here, this next one maybe, or is it, there it is. And let's see if we can just bring that up a bit without it feeling, you know, too wonky. And I mean, it's looking pretty wonky. But that would be probably enough to get underneath it with a little dip in our road. Let's see, where's another? So we got a node there, and oh, there it is. Let's see if we can bring this stuff back down. Terrain height. Yeah, I mean, that just already feels... Hey, Google, shut up. That just already feels quite a bit more dynamic. Hello, train. And I don't think... I mean, that's obviously insane. But overall, I think we can smooth... Sorry, Mr. Train Guy. We can kind of bring this down a little bit. And at some point, maybe we rebuild, just kind of relay this area of track so that it's a little bit of a smoother incline and decline. But if we then, let's see, if we take our track and change it to an elevated section, maybe probably this one, or I guess the whole thing is more than I really wanted to do, but that I think is going to be a great place to then, and this might be the road to, although it does go through residential, but it would probably be this road. It's okay, we can bring that one over. Let's even do something like this. And then this one can kind of, oh, not elevated though. Keep forgetting to turn off the things I use here. So if we bring this one in kind of like that, and then we can take this road just straight into it there, and probably I'm sure there's a way to smooth this one out a bit. Probably grab this one. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. And then we can go back to our train tracks and add a node right about here, and then convert this back to ground. Yep. And get rid of that. Yeah, that's working. I think that's just a lot more interesting. And we can get a bridge across here. And in fact, we might even, because this is going to be kind of industrial, let's actually even change this to National Road here. I think that probably makes more sense. And we'll just look. We'll look a bit better. That's a rough turn for a train, probably. A lot of this can, oh boy. A lot of this can get smoothed out. That's already a little bit better. Oh. Oh, that was something to see. All right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and just cover up with some textures and get this feeling a little more finalized. All right, I think that's looking great. Just filling that in with some dirt textures and some trees and bushes and rocks and stuff, and just even a few. These are arbitrary, as arbitrary can be, but you know, just a little something in there. I think helps. Looks like we've got a bit of a train jam. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I think maybe just stuck up in there a bit. So yeah, let's just lay out a little bit of commercial, or I'm sorry, industrial things, and then I think we'll probably call it there, but I'll just lay some of this stuff out and we can worry about getting it detailed later. I actually want to go for some bigger stuff out here. So let's see how big we can get. Yeah, looking more for that kind of stuff, and absolutely not with your chimney. No, sir. So yeah, I think we're definitely looking for some of the bigger things. Let's see, let's go all the way. And we can get kind of agricultural too. Not straight up farming, although that's fine probably. Just yeah, some service stuff or storage stuff. Let's see. I don't know if we want to go straight up oil here. Let's see. We can get kind of, I think we want some warehouses directly across the street, something like that. But I think we want to go for some of those smaller for warehouses. We want something like these. Yep. And I think we can just, in fact, let's just scoot this road. Wow, that is a train. I wish every freight train looked like that, because that is a realistic looking train. Probably struggling to make it up this incline, but that's okay. Yeah, I hate when you see like freight trains that have like 5 cars. That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome. Anyway, yes. So I just want to scoot this road down. Whoops. Just want to scoot this road down a little bit so that we have like exactly the space we want for kind of a row of these guys. Kind of get a few of those in here, kind of like that. And probably tuck one up next to that thing. And then let's get back to our bigger things here. See what we can fit in there. That'll work. And something there. Some more manufacturing. Yeah, I just want this to feel really heavy industry. We've got the demand for it. And I just want this, I want this whole town to feel very kind of industrial, train oriented, and really just kind of feeling, I mean, for lack of a better word, just kind of dirty, kind of, it's not, you know, I don't know, just like I said, just industrial, I guess. And no, sir. No, thank you on the chimneys. So let's see. Let's go back up to I think our biggest lot size is, 6. It is 6. Okay, we were already there. Yeah, we can get that kind of thing out here with some storage next to it. And these all seem to be pretty much the same, although we could recolor them, I suppose. Let's get another road in, just kind of right here. not the high. No, yeah, not the highway though. Yeah, right there. And we can actually have that come straight through, and we'll have it meet something like there. Oh, and no, sir. Okay, yeah, that's a good start. I think we'll leave it there. Overall, though, I think this is looking awesome. We have pretty car fire there. We got lots of traffic going on with all this industrial now. Oh, I do realize this is the only road that gets to here. So I think next time we'll attach an off-ramp here so there's another way to get to Moffett from other than just kind of these little two areas that are probably not enough. That's why we've got all this traffic everything trying to support all this new commercial and stuff out. Let's see if this is chilled out a little bit. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, as soon as you do something new, it gets crazy and then it chills out. So that's looking good. Yeah, I think that'll do it. Oh, we got fire and stuff out here. I do want to do real quick. Last thing is get a road management depot in, because I think that'll help with a lot of the traffic. And in terms of industrial stuff, this seems like a kind of a good place to put this guy just out here. Actually, is there room for it over here? Because we're gonna need something on this side. Yeah, we'll do that. So he can get right out here and get quickly over to all the places. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. Appreciate the views and the comments, and thanks for subscribing. And I will see you next time. Bye.